Hello, everyone. We appreciate you taking the time to join us today. My name is Mohammed Abu Salam, and I'm the Vice President for Research and Innovation at San Jose State University. I joined San Jose State 2 years ago as the first Vice President for the new Division of Research and Innovation. My job with my team is to build and grow the research and innovation enterprise here at San Jose State. Just as a matter of personal background, I have a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from Alexandria University in Egypt and a master's and PhD in geomatics engineering from the University of Calgary in Canada. After my master's and before my PhD, I worked at a company that took out a license from the University of Calgary for a software package I had developed during my master's, and they wanted me to integrate the technology in their products. So that was a great technology transfer experience that I got to do myself. So as you can tell, I have a special passion for university tech transfer. After my PhD, I decided to continue working in industry, so I did, and then gravitated towards business management and took my MBA. Most of my career was in industry, leading and running businesses and programs in several places around the world, until I gravitated back to academia and joined the University of California, Santa Cruz 5 years ago, and then San Jose State in June 2019. So anyways, let's get to the topic we want to speak to you about today. I would like to start by welcoming you to San Jose State. What a great time to join this institution as a graduate student. I know that it is a challenging time globally, but institutionally, we are in the midst of an evolution as we embrace research, scholarship, and creative activity in bigger and better ways right here at San Jose State. Hopefully, you will get a chance to watch President Papazian's fall address. I strongly recommend that you do. You will get a sense of the energy and the opportunities we are building here at this great institution. The mission of my division of research and innovation is to offer programs and services that support the growth of the San Jose State research and innovation enterprise and help develop a vibrant, curious, inventive, responsible, and entrepreneurial campus culture. We support the institution in delivering economic and social benefits to our local and global communities through research and innovation. In our division, we have two primary offices, the Office of Research and the Office of Innovation. Within the Office of Research, we have three primary areas of activity that you will interact with during your tenure here at San Jose State. Research development, research compliance, and the Research Foundation are the key units in the Office of Research. My team will speak later about the functions of these units within the Office of Research. Our focus is the growth of the research, scholarship, and creative activity on campus, and we refer to it as RSCA, RSCA. The institution is investing heavily in RSCA to provide the opportunity for you, our students, to engage in faculty-led experiential learning to develop your critical thinking skills and prepare you for your careers in a strong and meaningful way. So a primary function of ours is to make these research opportunities available to you through those faculty-led research and creative activity projects. We work closely with the Dean of the College of Graduate Studies and the Associate Deans of Research across all the colleges to make sure that we bring the right opportunities to our faculty and students. As to the Office of Innovation, you will hear from the Director of the Office on how we support our faculty and students in technology transfer and innovation and entrepreneurship. We want to ensure that our research does not end here on campus, but to have its pathways to be put into practice to bring value to our local and global communities. That will happen through research collaborations, intellectual property commercialization, and supporting our students and faculty with their entrepreneurial aspirations. Congratulations again on joining San Jose State, and now I will let you hear from my team on how we will support your journey. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to San Jose State University as a master's student. My name is Julia Godinsky. I am the Director of Research Development. As master's students, most of you will also be actively engaged with creating new knowledge that forwards society's current understanding of your field of interest. And it is that research, scholarship, and creative activity that is precisely what the Office of Research is here to support. My goal today is to discuss two main topics. The first is how should you approach getting your RSCA going while here at San Jose State? Because many of you have at most 2 years to get a master's project or thesis going and completed, we want you to have all the information you need to hit the ground running. So I'm going to share my screen. And I want to discuss that the Office of Research is headed by an Associate Vice President for Research, or our AVP. The AVP basically steers the research ship here at San Jose State. They do a whole host of things to make sure research quality is top-notch and compliant with all needed regulations, and to ensure that there is adequate research funding internally and externally. It is really the AVP as the captain of our RSCA ship that should be talking to you about your best approach to your own RSCA voyage. Unfortunately, our beloved AVP of many years, Dr. Pam Stacks, recently retired, and we're in the process of hiring a new one. Therefore, in her stead, I will be talking to you about how to approach your own personal RSCA journey. In your first year of classes, as you are taking those classes, you need to figure out your project for the second year. You'll need a faculty advisor with whom you'll plan and design a project or thesis. So the key for you is, how do you go about finding that advisor who will then help you plan the project? One major resource is your graduate program advisor. You should take advantage of them as they will give you college and discipline-specific guidance. Next, and critically, as you take your courses, you need to be thinking of what areas you want to focus on, and then you need to find the professors at SJSU doing that work and talk with them and figure out which one you want as your advisor. They may be the teacher of one of your courses you are taking, but in fact, they probably will not be, because there are many great professors doing RSCA here that aren't teaching some of your core master's courses. Your teachers, however, can help you find the professor doing the work you are interested in, as can your program advisor. And a third way to go about finding that faculty member is to go to departmental, college, or university-wide talks and events and find faculty that way. You'll need to be proactive and reach out by going up and talking to faculty in person, or contacting them via email or via chat. And the key is not to be shy. Faculty cannot mentor you for a project if they don't know you are interested. So SJSU has fantastic faculty doing world-class RSCA, and the College of Graduate Studies is here to support you as well. But you are really the captain of your own RSCA ship, and you need to actively work in the first year to get to the destination, which is the completion of your master's project within 2 years. So now on to the second topic, which is, how does RSCA funding work in general, and why is it important to me, or excuse me, to you as a graduate student? And this is really the purview of my job as the Director of Research Development. All universities require external funds to maximize their RSCA potential. In general, universities get enough money from tuition and public funds to support the basics of education and the physical plant, but the money to support RSCA expenses like lab equipment, summer salaries for faculty, graduate student stipends that pay you for your work so you don't have to have a second job at Starbucks, that comes from money outside the university budget, and it's called extramural funding. And it comes from federal agencies like the National Science Foundation, the National Institute of Health, the National Endowment for the Humanities, state agencies like the California Department of Transportation, local agencies like the City of San Jose, and private foundations such as the Keck Foundation or the MacArthur Foundation. My unit, the Research Development Unit, helps faculty search and apply for these external funds, and these funds support many aspects of their RSCA, including graduate students like yourself. So you may be asked to help to contribute in some way to a grant proposal application, maybe by helping getting preliminary data that's needed to show proof of concept and get the proposal funded through the preliminary data, or you may be asked to help make a figure or write up a section of the proposal. It typically takes a long time to get these proposals funded. 6 months after it's submitted, before a decision is made, is typical. So you might be asked to help on a proposal that will fund the next graduate student after you. And similarly, as part of the cycle, you may be funded, you may in fact be supported by funding that a previous graduate student worked on. And in addition to federal, state, and local and foundation funds that support faculty RSCA projects, these same funding sources can also support students directly through scholarships. And an example here is the National Science Foundation's Graduate Research Fellowships. So finally, research development is here to work directly with faculty to get external funding, which can benefit you. But we also help with events and initiatives that can help graduate students directly. And all of these sources that I'm going to talk about are also found on our Office of Research website, which I encourage you to visit. And one of the things we do is sponsoring a faculty research speaker series that I encourage you to attend. It's called RSCA in 5. There are 4 a year, and they feature short 5-minute presentations on a given topic. It is a great way to see what 10 to 12 faculty are doing, faculty from many different colleges and research fields, and all on a given, addressing a given topic. There's also 2 initiatives I want to bring to your attention. The first is the Student RSCA Grant Initiative. It is a 12-month, $3,500 scholarship that supports undergraduate and graduate students to work with a faculty member to advance the faculty's RSCA objectives, which hopefully will be melded with your RSCA objectives. It's due in February, supports projects for an entire academic year. So if you were to want to apply to this, you would need a faculty member and project worked out by this February. I also want to draw your attention to the Student RSCA competition, which is for undergraduate and graduate students to present their work in front of a panel of judges and compete for selection as SJSU representatives at the annual CSU-wide student research competition. This is a great experience for presenting your RSCA and learning to answer questions on the fly. And it's something that you would apply to once your RSCA is well underway and your completion, likely in your 2nd year. I also want to let you know that we are working on our web pages that will have a lot of resources clearly laid out for grad students doing RSCA, including information on fellowship opportunities directly for students. So stay tuned for these, which are in development, as we expect them to come online within the next 3 to 6 months. So with that, I'm going to stop sharing the slides and conclude with 4 main takeaways that I hope you get from my recording here, which is please reach out to faculty and your graduate program advisor as your primary agents for getting your RSCA project going. Be aware that extramural funding is instrumental in making RSCA happen here at San Jose State and at all universities. Consider taking advantage of the student funding and RSCA competition opportunities through the Office of Research. And stay tuned for more graduate student RSCA support information coming to our web pages. We're really happy you'll be doing your master's work here at San Jose State. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Jessica Trask, and I'm the Director of Research Compliance here at San Jose State University. Congratulations on beginning your graduate education and welcome. RSCA is governed by a network of federal regulations, state laws, and local policies, and keeping track of it all can feel overwhelming. That's why our job in the Research Compliance Unit is to assist and guide faculty, staff, and students in RSCA that is compliant, legal, and ethical. We work closely with departments and administration to adapt to the rapidly evolving regulatory landscape and support the university's high standards for academic and professional behavior. Research Compliance is here to support your success in all areas of research, scholarship, and creative activities. In the Research Compliance Unit, we provide administrative support for all of the committees that review and approve RSCA projects with special compliance requirements. For example, research that involves human subjects will need to be reviewed and approved by the Institutional Review Board, or IRB. The IRB protects the rights and welfare of human research subjects by ensuring that they are provided with enough information to make informed decisions, that their privacy is protected, and that risks that the subjects encounter are minimized. While you may think of clinical trials or medical research when you think of human subjects, the SJSU IRB supports a wide variety of RSCA projects involving human subjects, including studies of educational practices, racial justice, kinesiology, and more. The Institutional Biosafety Committee, or IBC, makes sure that all activities involving biohazardous materials are conducted safely. The IBC helps faculty, students, and staff use good safety practices and monitors all activities that involve infectious agents, biological toxins, recombinant DNA, and other materials that could pose a risk to humans or the environment. IBC approval is needed not just for infectious agents or transgenic organisms, but also research involving blood or other bodily fluids. Here at SJSU, we also have a commitment to respectful and responsible research involving animals. These activities are guided by the Institutional Animal Care and Use Committee, or IACUC, also known as the IACUC. The IACUC monitors activities involving animal subjects and makes sure that faculty, staff, and students understand and comply with the ethical and scientific obligations that accompany animal research. The SJSU IACUC is also where you can report any animal welfare concerns. SJSU faculty, staff, and students engage in a wide variety of RSCA projects involving animals, and not just in a laboratory setting. We support animal research projects at Moss Landing Marine Laboratory, along the California coast, and around the world. If you have questions about RSCA involving human subjects, biohazards, or animal subjects here at SJSU, please talk to your graduate advisor or check the Office of Research website. Compliance committees are just one part of what we do in the Research Compliance Unit. We also support compliance with a variety of regulations and provide training and education on research misconduct and professional ethics. All members of the SJSU community are expected to uphold the highest standards of ethics, honesty, and integrity in their scholarly and scientific activities. For example, if you and your graduate advisor undertake a research project sponsored by a federal agency like the National Science Foundation or the National Institutes of Health, we will provide you with training on the responsible conduct of research. The Research Compliance Unit also investigates allegations of research misconduct, which includes things like fabricating data, changing or omitting information, or plagiarizing other people's ideas or words. We assist you by answering questions over authorship of publications or addressing questions about possible conflicts of interest that may be affecting your progression towards your degree. If you've observed something that concerns you, or if you'd just like to talk, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me or another member of the Research Compliance Unit. You will also find guidance and contact information on the SJSU Research Compliance website. Thank you, and I wish you all the best in your studies and during your time at SJSU.
Hello, I'm Michael Muthig, Director of Innovation at San Jose State University. We have many talented researchers at San Jose State. Our office was created to support students, faculty, and staff develop and translate university research and expand the impact of innovation at San Jose State. We want the Office of Innovation to be your go-to resource for any activity related to development, protection, or translation of San Jose State-related research into products or services that drive research or provide economic or social benefit. Our office has three primary functions. The first is identifying, protecting, and licensing of San Jose State inventions and creative works. The second is establishing collaborative research with industry. And the third is providing guidance and assistance to San Jose State affiliated small businesses and startups. We offer a variety of services for management of intellectual property. The process begins by capturing disclosures of discoveries, including inventions, creative works, and software. We evaluate the commercial potential of these discoveries and work with creators to develop strategies for how they should be managed. For discoveries that have commercial potential, the next step is to advance the discovery for intellectual property protection. This may include filing a patent application or seeking copyright protection. Once the intellectual property is documented and protected, we'll lead efforts to identify industry partners to collaborate on research, development, and licensing as part of the process to advance the technology. Working with the Research Foundation, every aspect of the process is managed for the creator, including collecting and distributing any royalty revenue. The university has a policy governing intellectual property. You should take some time to become familiar with the policy. If you believe you have a creation that has commercial application, we are here to help you advance your idea. The second key goal for our office is establishing relationships with industry for collaborative research. you are interested in collaborating with industry, we will work with you to find an industry partner and secure that interest. If you already have a partner in mind, we'll help advance the relationship. Once an interested partner is secured, we will coordinate with you and the Research Foundation to establish an agreement with the industry partner. In cases where we have an invention or a creative works, we will use the discovery as the basis for seeking industry partners for collaborative research. In other cases, industry may contact our office seeking researchers that are interested in collaborating with them to develop one of their ideas. Performing collaborative research with industry involves a number of complex issues such as confidentiality, intellectual property, and funding. Before engaging with industry, I encourage you to contact our office so we can help address these issues. Our third area of responsibility is expanding entrepreneurship and supporting San Jose State affiliated startups launch and grow new businesses. There are a variety of resources available both inside and outside the university to help startup companies. We are a focal point for accessing those resources. Examples of those resources include the Student Ideas Club and the Silicon Valley Innovation Challenge, both programs organized by the College of Business. New programs we are launching to assist startups and small businesses include Spartan Thrive, an incubator for San Jose State affiliated startup companies. The Loft, a high-tech accelerator being created by the College of Professional and Global Education that will be focused on technology-related topics such as data science, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and virtual reality. We also have a proposal to host a small business development center that will provide a wide range of assistance to small businesses throughout Silicon Valley. If you have a small business or want to create a small business, we are here to help you access a variety of resources to assist in your journey. Thank you for your time. I encourage you to contact our office to see how we may assist you on your innovation and entrepreneurship project. Thank you.